Hi, Grimith here. Opportunity for you all. That's right. You out there watching right now could influence the fate of this entire series. Because for the past 2 weeks, I have been debating this current predicament, and I haven't come to a conclusion. Let me describe the predicament to you. Yeah. So, in the last session, you'll recall, got spooked by a large ship that has been confirmed to me to be a terror ship, because supply ships, the other large ship, cannot travel as fast. So the terror ship is out there, ready to execute its terror mission soon. Now, we're here at a floater harvester mission. You could tell because the multiple stories involved. It looks like basically like a stacker, you know, like a multiple like beef patties like smushed together with like perhaps other kind of. That is entirely irrelevant. So this crash landed, so the engine core might be detonated, which is actually of import for us to know, because that would change how we would go about performing this mission. So the harvester has a door in this vicinity and a door in this vicinity, but this door over here wouldn't really help us normally, unless the engine core were detonated. We wouldn't really be able to go much of anywhere in the UFO because of its bizarre manufacture, unless the engine core were detonated. There's a few of the elevator things. It's very narrow, very claustrophobic, and certainly full of floaters with guns who would easily rip us to shreds with auto shot at that close range. Yeah. So that's great. Now there is guaranteed, unless it died in the crash, to be at least one leader here, and maybe two. You'd also find stuff like a navigator here, and there's going to be a lovely amount of soldiers that we're going to have to face. More on that in a bit. Actually, why stall that? So, let's stall it some more. We're here in our current position, located very close to the harvester. We're not in an ideal position. We're in the middle of the map, I would say. We don't have a corner anywhere near us. We're next to the UFO, and when we step off this landing ramp, we're going to be completely blind to what may be behind us or on our flanks. Now, that could happen in many possible landing situations, but we have confirmed floaters in front of us. Specifically, we spot 2 from the get-go. With more possibly anywhere that could have a shot at the landing ramp. And as I noted, there's confirmed leader, navigator. They're likely on the 3rd level of the ship. Would not be quickly accessible. But these two, and this guy, just pointing the gun right at the landing ramp. So, we're at the end of the month here. I have so much score. I am just drowning in score. Absolute gobs of score. Hell, I could ignore the terror mission, and I'd still have plenty of positive score. I don't need this mission. Logically, this mission can weaken me for the actual terror mission for minimal gain. You could argue that I could try to capture the leader here. However, I could also do that on the terror mission, and I don't think I would try to capture a leader here because of how severely it would weaken me for the terror mission. I can lose 4 soldiers and still be alright, because I'd station the heavy weapons platform. But keep in mind that hits significantly into the budget with every loss. And if I try to go on a crazed, near-suicidal strategy for a leader, I may end up losing more than 4 dudes. I have no idea how this map will play out before we even get a crack at the leader, you know? I don't know how many survive this crash landing. Remains to be seen. I don't know how accessible this is going to be. Don't know. And we start off in this rough situation. Now, we can drop a smoke grenade without provoking. And for a turn 1 opener, we could try that. We could also try saying, fuck it, YOLO, even though we're holding a grenade in the left hand. We could drop that and then shoot, or just shoot at them anyway. But there is no telling in this open area where the aliens can see farther than you. Of course, it's daytime. Whether there's anyone waiting there, or right off on the outskirts, ready to flank us the moment we step off the ramp. Now, if this were a terror mission situation, such as, like, you have, like, fucking cyber discs out there, and you have, like, sectoids greeting you at the ramp, I'd feel more readily compelled to just say, fuck this, I'm out. This one is not as threatening of a situation, but there's strategic elements to consider. Also, keep in mind that I'm not going to be playing this series forever. The series is due to, like, my time constraints, the time window I'm putting on this series, the request for 15 hours. We're not going to be seeing the end anyway, and so it might be fun to see some other stuff besides this harvester. You know, keep in mind there's also an alien base out there, the sectoids, that, you know, I can assault to try and grab the commander, and you're looking at minimum an hour, possibly 2 hours. Most likely I'll be breaking that up into 2 separate videos because of how long that's going to be, because I do not want to have a recorder crash and the video being unsalvageable. That's happened before. Not in this series, but I've experienced that shit too many times. So yeah, what I'm looking for here is not a numeric-based vote process. What I'm looking for is to be swayed. For strategic concerns, for role-playing concerns, whatever argument you would like to muster in the comments, and whatever I'm swayed towards. You have the opportunity to influence whether I play this mission, or whether I fucking abort this. Now, it's possible that I might play this out, and then it goes so wrong, I abort anyway. Of course, there is nothing stopping me from loading, should things go wrong. I did not flip the Iron Man switch. I do have access to my full arsenal of saves. But I don't feel like it. Some games I feel like it, some games I don't. This would be a situation where I just don't feel like it. We're stuck with it here. No. I just thought about maybe I could upload the save, but then you folks might play it out a bit and give me information, or trick me into saying that you have information that you don't actually have to try and sway it. So no, I won't upload the save. You'll have to make your judgment based on what's here on the screen. So, leading here is the Fox. Laser rifle. Smoke grenade is primed, so I can just drop it. That's the arsenal there. Then you have Egg Ball, who also has a primed smoke. Jack and Ferret the Fiend are both behind with laser rifles. It's a bit before you actually get to someone with heavier weaponry. Yeah. Alright? So, that's the current situation. This fucking Sky Ranger is a death trap. And, the pilot has put us in a bad spot. How bad? We don't know. Because, while we're not looking... Fuck, I mean... I don't think there's a building off this way. Like, it's almost like a Daggerfall module, right? Like, the grass is there. I don't think this layout composition would have a building here. It looks pretty close to the edge of the map. So we're probably fine there's no, like, fortified bunker for them. But the fact that the doors for the UFO are here and over here, the fact that we have floaters already positioned in front of us, with more possibly out there, and the fact that we could end up being flanked by floaters the moment we step off the ramp. That's what I've been perplexed by for the past 2 weeks, just staring at this location. Kind of wondering, do I fucking play this? Do I abort it? I don't know. My soldiers' lives are pretty valuable. Anyway, That's your directive. To help you choose. Take care.